Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of A-Listers. Not typically the time we go live, but there's a certain someone who decided he wants to do Forest Palace. You get me? So yeah, it is what it is, guys. Chelsea are in a top 4 race after spending 1.5 billion. That's not my fault or Egal's fault or Shik's fault or anyone's fault. That's Lewis's fault. Make sure guys are liking the video on the way in. Make sure guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Everyone please hit the like button. Everyone please subscribe. Joining me first and foremost, Kevin De Bruyne scored the winner against Wolves. They won 1-0. You get me, top 4 race settings. Man, like Patrick is in the building. Thank you so much for joining us, Patrick. Very last call. You get me? Big up to you.
Nah, big up, man. I was watching your channel anyway, so I was free to jump on. I had a feeling that somebody did not show up, so I was like, I'm there anyway.
Yeah, everyone dropped off, literally.
No way. That's well, what's happening today? Is it the Palace versus Forest? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I think some people just want to watch that game like badly. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, joining me next, you get me. His club won the World Cup yesterday by beating drunk Liverpool 3-1. Man, like Andrew's in the building. How do you, Andrew?
So you followed in your manager's footsteps as Sam. You've done a bit of a rotating of the panel today.
he had no choice. The panel dropped like flies. He says.
Wow,
You know
that's
what
actually a
said-
good bar right there.
You know what said, but at least we know that we're in his backup system. I bet we're like backup on his phone. Backup. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
All
of
good.
course,
All
of
good.
course.
Good to be here.
It's good to know that you're at least Curtis Jones. You know, you're not Chiesa. See, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Big up to you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you both. Joining us, you get me. Man United losing is no longer news. It's just regular life. They've been losing since the start of the season, but he's always been here, to be fair to him. Never hides. Man like Shik is in the building. How do you think, Shik?
Big up to everyone. Make sure you guys are running up the likes and subscribing, of course. And yeah, you said it perfect, man. We're always losing all the time. But we're through to I should say, one step into a European final. So hopefully I'll get a chance to speak about that. But big up to everyone. I like the bar that Surfer said. You know, this might be rotation and all that for, you know, the panel and all that. But who knows? Maybe it could be like Trent leaving. Maybe, you know, it's like they're you know, it's a traitor or whatever that they're saying. So I don't know. So anyways, big up to everyone. And yeah, I hope you guys are blessed, man. Big up.
And last but not least, another loss for the Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen. I like Egal is in the building. Hi, Egal.
What you guys saying? How's everyone doing? Welcome to another show, and today's Trent Day, right? So let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's Trent Day today.
Trent Day.
When you said everyone dropped, Egal has shown up. I saw Egal on the.
Shik's there too.
Yeah, Shik's
Yeah,
so
Shik's there,
the two are here. So the two are here. So big up to the
Two OGs. There you go.
here. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. See? Anyway, big up to everyone locked in, guys. We've got 250 people in the building. We ain't even started the stream yet. Everyone's channel will be in the description. So please go give everyone a subscribe, guys. Just give everyone a subscribe. You get me. Subscribe to Egal Talks Football. Subscribe to Shik TV. Subscribe to True City Fan. You get me. And subscribe to Casual FC. Andrew doesn't really have a channel, but Casual FC is where you can find him for the most part. So yeah, I appreciate you all. Thank you to everyone for showing us love. Thank you to everyone for showing up. And hit the like button, chat. Hit the like button now and subscribe to the channel. So I just did a Trent video, so it's only fair. I'll let you guys speak on Trent to Madrid from a outsider's perspective. I'll start off with you, Egal. Tell me your thoughts on this Trent to Madrid news.
Trent Alexander-Arnold made the right move. He's done everything he can do at Liverpool. He is a Liverpool boy through and through. The only thing missing now is becoming club captain and leading them to a title as club captain. But he's pretty much done everything he can do. He's won 2 league titles. He's won a Champions League. He's won 2 League Cups. He's won FA Cups. He's won Community Shields, Club World Cups. He's completed football at Liverpool. And from an academy kid to do that, from the right back position to have more assists than some Premier League legends, I gotta say nothing but give him credit. Shout out to him. He's done everything, and as a rival, I'm happy to see the back of him. I'm happy to see him go. I'm happy to see him gone, and he can't be replaced. He's an academy kid who came through and was performing as one of the best in the world at his position fair to say I think he's generational with the amount of assists that he was getting from that position also. And at this point, I don't think Liverpool can replace him. Now, that doesn't mean Liverpool won't be able to win. Liverpool will still be able to win without him potentially, by finding other means to create and finding other means to get somebody in there that can defend and do half the things that he does. But you're not going to find the full package, somebody who can create as much as he can and perform as a creative outlet from right back like that. It's going to be extremely difficult to find that. But fair play, he goes and makes the move that could potentially make him a legend at 2 clubs. I know Liverpool fans are kind of disappointed in him right now, and I don't know if that's going to affect his status as a legend in the future. But maybe bygones will be bygones at some point, and maybe you'll get over it, and you'll welcome him back, because what he's accomplished as the Liverpool Academy kid, I don't know how many Liverpool Academy players you could say have accomplished that much. He's accomplished more than Steven Gerrard when it comes to honors like silverware. So fair play to him, and let's see what he does at Real Madrid. And don't forget, Zubamendi, when he rejected you guys said, forget your loyalty. It's about making the right move for your club. So right now, to the same people who criticize Zubamendi for not joining Liverpool, you should look at yourselves and be like, is he making the right move for himself?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if it would be such a big loss as what people were saying if he'd moved like when Klopp was still in charge. So I think Trent's role slightly changed this year under Slot. You know what I mean? He's sort of, you don't see him being the big supplier like he has been previously and stuff like that. The fullbacks, the right back's slightly different under there. I don't know, Sam. I don't know if you're going to target a new right back in the summer. I think you'll have to anyway, just for cover reasons, really. Whether Bradley gets a starting berth or not, just for squad reasons. But I can understand the criticism from some Liverpool fans. It's harder. It's harsh when a really great player goes, but you got a double whammy because he's homegrown as well. He's an academy product, so you got that as well. I mean, burning of the shirts. I don't get a burning of the shirt for Trent. I think that's a bit extreme. But that's the way football is. Do you know what I mean? He's made the decision. He's now got to live with it. Liverpool need to move on. They can't grieve over this. You know what I mean? Liverpool fans need to move on and need to see how FSG backs Slot, because they didn't back him this summer when he arrived. Now he's won the title. True. This focus needs to go on FSG now, not on Trent. The focus needs to be FSG. What you're going to do now? How are we going to make sure that? Also, how are we going to make sure that this situation with the contracts never happens again? Where you had 3 world-class players with only a year left, and all season everyone's been talking about their contract status all season. That never needs to happen again under FSG. But it's a good move for him. I think Xabi Alonso is going to go there, so he's probably going to be a right wing back as well. So let's see. It's a good move for him. But it's I know what Liverpool fans, you can empathise with them. It's a double whammy of hurt. It's a great player, because you never hear with like the other academy products that go for Liverpool that leave at like 20 but not in the first team. No one cares about them because they haven't done anything for your club. Like no one cares about flipping Flanagan, who left years ago. Do you know what I mean? No one's burning his shirt because he left. It's because Trent's a very good player. He's a very good player, and they wanted him to stay, and it hurts. So I can understand that, but he's done his part as well. He's given a lot of service to Liverpool. He's up there in conversations as the best right back in the Premier League for a reason ever. And yeah, it's a sad day, but now he needs to. He needs to show how good he is. He needs to now make sure that he doesn't regret this choice, and it's going to be interesting to see how he does in that new system as well under Alonso. It's going to be interesting.
I have a question, Husam. I have a question for you. Genuine question. Do you consider him as like a Liverpool legend, Trent?
This is a very difficult one, because Trent won stuff at Liverpool Football Club and is one of the key figures at Liverpool. I know people are very emotional right now, but I do think he is a Liverpool legend. 2 Premier League titles, a Champions League, while being a pivotal piece. I think he's a legend. like I give you an example. There are certain things that completely wipe off everything you've done. Michael Owen went to play for Manchester United. You wear a Man United shirt, you will never be considered a Liverpool legend ever. Fernando Torres wore a Chelsea shirt. Raheem Sterling wore a Manchester City shirt. Those things I get. Do I consider Real Madrid a rival? No. You know, obviously they've beaten us in 2 Champions League finals, but that doesn't make us rivals. Like it's not a rivalry.
Yeah.
On a European level, I would probably say maybe like AC Milan are maybe bigger rivals than Real Madrid for us when it comes to like European type stuff. But I would say he is a legend. I would say it. I think he is a legend. I think the players that are first of all, the word legend gets thrown around to everyone, which I think is pathetic nowadays. Everyone's a legend.
True.
Like player won a Europa League. Oh, he's a legend. No, he's not.
For
Like,
some reason,
like,
it's based off of like longevity, like also like
and
how many years
who
you
you are.
and who you are, and how many just years you spend there. It doesn't really matter
Yes.
what you win. Or
I'll tell you who are the legends over the last, let's say, since 2017. You get me, like modern Liverpool era. Salah is a legend. Van Dijk is a legend. Alisson's a legend. Trent is a legend. Mane is a legend.
I hear that.
I called Wijnaldum cult hero. People got mad, but I just don't consider Wijnaldum a legend, in my opinion. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Well, what I would say about the Trent thing, like, again, I understand. I completely agree with Surfer. Like, I understand the fan part of it because he is, you know, Liverpool's own, like, born and bred, all that type of stuff. So I get it. There's definitely that emotional aspect to it. But I don't think there could have been well, for one, we knew this was going to happen. So the moment that we heard, you know, Madrid links, you know, I've experienced this with my own, like, a world-class player at my own club a very long time ago, where Madrid came calling and that was it. And he's gone, and it's just like those are sometimes, you know, it's weird that we say this, but it's kind of sometimes eventual that it's going to happen. You know, someone from Real Madrid is going to come calling, especially if you have a world-class player like that at your club. It's kind of like inevitable. So for me, I completely understand that aspect, and from the fans too, where they're like, you know, they have an emotional attachment to it. But it's also like, I don't think you could have had a better send-off for a player like him too. He's just won the Premier League title, matched 20 Premier League titles for Liverpool and United, of course. And I think, considering like what Surfer said too, maybe under Klopp, if Klopp and him had left at the same time, completely different story. And I think it would have been I think the outcry would have been a lot more towards Trent. But he's won a Premier League title and he's leaving. And like, this is what I asked for players that I want to leave at my current club. I asked them of that this season: win a trophy and then you can leave. So, and I get that aspect, the emotional thing to it, because he is your born and bred. And so it's one of those type of things where you didn't ever think he was going to leave, considering his attachment to the city and stuff as well. But football is tough. Shit like this happens, man, to be honest. And it's one of those type of things where you'll move on. Like, everyone does move on. Eventually you move on. You genuinely do. It's really now important on FSG to see what they do after a season like this. Obviously, no signings and winning a Premier League the way that they did. I don't think you could try to repeat something like this, or even go on just the hopes that a season like this can happen again without no signing. So you have to definitely go out there. You have to try to, if not right away, because I don't think maybe they can, you know, replace him right away, but you have to go there and try to act like you are trying to replace him, that position itself, because that has been a very important position for Liverpool in the past couple of years. That spine that they've built, like, at the club, Trent's been a massive part of it. So you have to go out there and now build again. And that, I think that's what everyone's energy should be towards FSG this summer. That's what I would say.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm seeing it from another angle. I'm seeing, if you're a legend, right? Does a legend do what he did, run down a contract? Because he knew what he was doing. And then there's rumors that Madrid told him that we are not going to negotiate with Liverpool. You can do whatever you want. Because I know people are like trying to spin this as like, oh, it's Madrid, they came in. But this is Trent. This is Mr. Liverpool. It's not any other player. It's the same as the Steve Gerrard thing. I understand why he was threatened and everything, because Steve Gerrard was Liverpool and Trent is the poster boy. And it's just a fact. I don't know. I'm not excusing the going for free. I'm not. I don't know how people are excusing that. I'm not going to excuse you going for free, because first of all, he knew this. This was done because there's Liverpool fans. I've been watching Liverpool content the whole day because that's what's exciting. And I also watched the first time when it was explained. They say those moments where contracts were given to him and he didn't take them. So he knew this was coming. So this was a setup. So what was the whole it means more. Oh, I love this club. Like, I don't get it. I just don't understand, because even the word legend, we say this person, I don't think they do what he has done. I don't know. You can dub him legend. He's your legend at Liverpool, but I wouldn't consider. So I consider this as betrayal. I consider as he was tapped before, and then he knew with his agent, whoever his agent is, that this is what we can do, and he knew that the only way to have an easy way out of Liverpool is to just run down the contract. So basically, he's betrayed his place. Like, he's betrayed people. Like, I know people say, "Oh, a player doesn't owe you anything." I get it, but again, this is Trent. It's not KDB who came from Wolfsburg, you know. It's Trent who was growing up there and always speaking in the media saying, "Oh, it means more. I love this club. It's in my heart." And then you go for free, and you don't even do what other people do. I have seen players who don't even grow up in the club, sign a contract just to get a fee for the club. This guy, no, it's zero. He's walking free. And guess what? Trent, believe it or not, no matter the fact that we call him, I used to make fun of him that he can't defend, I still see him as one of the generational players. I've never seen somebody see a pass how he is. Obviously I've seen KD, but I'm seeing as Trent, as somebody from my fullback, create and see a vision so far like that. It's amazing. And then he's leaving a big gap. I know some people are like, "Oh, we can replace him with Ping Pong," and nah, Ping Pong and Trent, Connor Bradley and Trent. This is big. This is a big name. I know some people have also started comforting themselves and say, "Oh, at least it's not Salah or Van Dijk." I'm sorry, it's still Trent. I'm just disappointed because he was a vice captain at that point in time. He was supposed to be captain, and then he's leaving. I think people have the right to be angry, and I'm not trying to initiate violence. I hope obviously everything is peaceful as he's leaving, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how things are going to go, because sometimes people say what you see on Twitter is not what you see like on YouTube. I don't know what reaction he's gonna get, because even Raheem did not even go in the same.
Now that he's going, Patrick, he no longer cannot defend, right? Now he's a great defender, yes, Patrick?
No, the defending.
Now that he's leaving, suddenly he'll become Maldini, subhanallah.
No. The defending, I'm still iffy with it, but I'm just saying it's Trent. He's a good baller. He's a baller, and I just feel like he's betrayed you guys. I feel
he's
like
a baller. Guys, me and Patrick have fought over Trent's defending about 200 times in our life. Now, Trent is a baller. That's just typical rival fan behavior. Like, it's like, you know, the same people who tell you Cole Palmer's overrated. If he moves to Barca tomorrow, oh, what a player Cole Palmer.
I remember also had an agenda on
this guy. I promise you, 4 years in a row, me and Patrick arguing over Trent. Now he's like, "Oh, Trent is a baller, man."
If Salah
where has this been for the last 4 years, you fraud?
No, but if Salah moved to Real Madrid next season, it'd be, "Oh, Salah was one of the greatest of Premier League
is the greatest, though. Salah is one of the greatest. I think I had an argument on the panel when they were trying to downplay him. I think you can't put him in an all-time great starting 11. You know, some of these players, I know people have got this nostalgia, but even KDB, like when you're looking at KDB and Salah, these guys I think are good enough to get into that starting 11. But people are like, "Oh, so and so this." We were also there. I know it was dominated by that time. Things were dominated by United, but some of these players are ballers from recent, especially Salah. He deserves it.
I can understand what you're saying. You know, Trent's been professional in terms of he's not kicked up a fuss. He's played his football and stuff like that. You know, FSG should be blamed a lot here. You know what I mean? In terms of how chaotic their setup was, their management setup was under the final years of Klopp.
It should have never got to this. It should have never got to this point.
Allowing Klopp to bring his next door neighbor in to run the club. You know what I mean? The transfers and stuff like that. In one of his seasons. Do you know what I mean? If they knew from 2 years ago, they should have actively tried to sell Trent. Do you know what I mean? They should have tried to sell him from 2 years ago. If they knew he wasn't gonna or wasn't accepting offers, they should have tried to sell him. They would have got a hefty fee for him back then. Do you know what I mean? He's, you know, and people got, you know, he's given his all for his club. He's won multiple trophies, multiple leagues, multiple cups, won the Champions League. You can be disappointed in him the way it's ended, sure, but this isn't like a Sol Campbell thing where he says he's going to sign for Tottenham and then shows up to Arsenal the next day with us holding hand in hand.
Yeah, some people are saying this is like Michael Owen. It's not. It's just.
I don't think it's anywhere near Michael Owen. Yeah, I don't think it's anywhere near Michael Owen.
Yeah, it's nowhere near. The reason why what Patrick is saying, like, you know, big up Terry, holds a lot of water is because Patrick is talking about the fact that Trent was the one saying this means more, and Trent was the one doing all those interviews, and Trent was the one coming out publicly and saying, "Oh yeah, like there's nothing like playing for Liverpool." And that's why it's different for him. Like the fact that he's saying it does make it sound a little bit hypocritical, which I think that's why people are mad a little bit. And the fact that
and then you run down the contract. You see, you say all that.
Yeah.
Why in the back of your head you're running down the contract? I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the guy the things that makes matters worse as well. The Egyptian guy and the Dutch guy both decided to stay at Liverpool Football Club. Meanwhile, the born-and-bred Scouser decides to leave. So that's what makes this like, it's like, imagine Haaland, Foden, and like whoever, I don't know, Akanji have contract situations. Haaland and Akanji stay, and then Foden's like, I want to leave. Like it just feels wrong.
Even Haaland right now, where his father is connected to the club, and let's say he signs this new contract, but now he starts kicking a fuss when he sees maybe things are like, oh, I want to go to Madrid, I want to go elsewhere. People will be like, then why were you speaking, saying the reason why you want to stay here because your father was here, you love this place? It's just, I think people are like, oh, I see people in the comments are like, oh, he's got a right. He's got the utmost right. It's just the fact that running down a contract. Do you know how long it is for you to reject a contract at your boyhood club? You continue rejecting, and then you continue smiling in interviews. Posting it means more. Kissing the badge, in the back.
But that's Patrick. That's where you've got. Sorry, but like I said before, the big blame goes to AFG and their mismanagement of the whole thing of it. If they knew 2 years ago,
did they offer him a contract though? Did they offer?
But if they knew 2 years ago that they had an inkling, as soon as he rejected maybe the second time, or if he had rejected a second time, I would have put him on a transfer list and sold him. As soon as he's not doing it, I would have done it, no matter who it is.
No, that's the thing. Like, if the club, if we're annoyed at the not getting money, why are we not mad at the club for not selling him then last summer?
You know what?
Yeah.
People could have got pissed off. Could have said, "Oh, they're selling Trent." People could have got pissed off at FSG. Oh, why are you selling Trent? Why are you selling Trent? I think it's a double-edged sword here. Go ahead. Sorry.
From recent rumors, I don't blame FSG as much as I did before. But maybe it is also FSG's PR team, Liverpool's PR team, to try to make themselves not look so bad. So I really don't know what to believe.
I mean, but it's also one thing is that, so I see in the chat that April 2024 is when he rejected. So that's basically last season, right? Last season, if you look at the latter stages of how Liverpool finished off their season, Klopp was leaving. They went into the summer, barely signed any players, all that type of stuff that we saw happened. I think at that time, what the reason maybe why he wasn't signing a contract was because he didn't know what the future was for Liverpool. There was his contract still looming. There was Mo Salah and Van Dijk's contract still looming. I don't think all of us clearly didn't have a clue of how Arne Slot's season with Liverpool would turn out to be, whether having no signings in the summer could actually lead to a successful season, and not needing it and stuff like that. So I think maybe in his head, all of those things and questions were looming, which is why he didn't accept that contract offer in the first place. That's on FSG. That you have to blame on FSG, because he's just rightfully so asking. He's one of the better players in the team, rightfully so asking the club, what is the future of this club? Because you don't look to sign any players. You don't want to keep me, Mo Salah, or Van Dijk at this current moment. Like you don't want to keep if you did want to, like, you would have offered us the contract terms that we wanted right away. And then in terms of the club as well, it's not like you're making any signings to help this club get back to where they need to be or to compete. Now it's a completely different situation, because in hindsight, they've won the league. They've done the opposite of exactly what I was just basically talking about. So maybe it's a little bit different in that aspect, but I'm trying to think of it. At that time, maybe Trent was rightfully so for not signing that contract, because he didn't know how things were going to turn out for Liverpool as a club.
So I will say the biggest
summer will prove either FSG are to blame or Trent is right. This summer, we know for a fact. Okay, so let's say this summer we sell Diaz, Nunes, blah blah blah. We go sign Isak, Rodrigo, I don't know, whoever the hell, like whatever, Ait Nouri. And then I'm gonna go like, okay, so the club maybe are switching up the way that they behave. Maybe the club have said this to Trent, and he still says he wants a new challenge. But with all due respect, this summer comes around, we sign Sesko. You get me? I don't know, like whoever, like Fabian Schär and shit. Like, it's just I'm not gonna sit up here and go like, oh, Trent, you're wrong for leaving my. Like, I just you get what I'm saying. And for me today, it was a feeling of not anger. I was a feeling of like sadness, man. because it's like the best right back on earth leaving your club, and it just feels wrong. You know, it's just it's like today I said it in the start of the stream. I was like, the stream I just did before this. I was like, guys, I'm not angry, I'm not happy, I'm just sad, man. Like I'm just gutted because you're losing a player like that. That is a generational talent, literally impossible to replace, to be honest with you. Like his quality is specifically impossible to replace. Gonna be very hard, and the fact he left on a free, he makes our life so much more difficult now. You know, that's the thing. So, and Patrick's point is true as well. It's the fact that he was the one that says it means more, and you know, one trophy for Liverpool is like way better than a trophy for City and etc. And now he's going to Madrid.
I will say this. The most disappointing thing I will criticize Trent for was the music in his farewell video today. I didn't like the background music. It was very, you know.
He looked like he was being held at gunpoint. He looked like he was being held at gunpoint.
You know something? In 10 years from now, you think Liverpool fans will forgive him?
I don't know.
I think you guys forget about it in a couple of years. I'm being so genuinely honest.
I think if they go on,
it depends who they sign. It depends
if they go on to never win a Premier League again, they will hold a grudge with him.
I hear that
for 10 years.
It depends on
if
our
they go on
future.
to win a Premier League next year, or they win another Champions League without him, then they won't care.
Yeah, the care levels would go really low if we win.
It depends what club he signs for after Madrid.
Yeah, that too. I mean, you'll definitely keep close tabs on him in terms of what's happening in terms of his career at Real Madrid. But if you continue to be successful as a club, I really don't think people will care. Genuinely, you're going to enter in new eras and create new like moments in time. One that Trent was part of before, like that Klopp era, Trent was a very pivotal part of. But you're going to create new eras and all this type of all these type of things along the way. This just happens with every big club. Like we've all seen it with different eras at all our clubs. So he's like someone else is going to be a part of that one. My bad, sir.
You know what the Champions League? You know what the Champions League does with storylines like this? It makes teams face
Liverpool,
each other.
Madrid group stage
game.
It's
going to.
Everyone's pencil in right now. Liverpool are playing Madrid in the group stages.
It's going to be at the But it's going to be at the
It's going to be at Anfield as well. I promise you, when the guy clicks the button, it's going to be Liverpool, Madrid at Anfield. Just give it up. Just put the fries in the bag. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. 100%. It's not even going to be at the Bernabeu. I promise you it's going to be at Anfield. I promise everyone right now. The guy's going to click the button. Liverpool, Madrid. Oh, wow. Pretends to be shocked. The game is where at Anfield. Oh, shocking. Oh, that's so going to happen. It's like 100% is going to happen. 100% is going to happen, to be honest with you. And it'll be interesting to see Anfield's reaction to him. I think it's unfair, but it's reality. If Liverpool go on to win and succeed, let's say, hypothetical scenario, next 3 years, Liverpool win 2 Premier Leagues, 2 Champions Leagues, people would just move on. Like, no gives a fuck. You know,
I'm saying.
Like,
people just move on.
Yeah, thank
You'll
you.
be successful. You're being successful. You're winning.
For the next 3 years, we'll be like, everyone will hate on him a little bit. That's just the reality. That's just reality. Like when Fabregas went to Chelsea.
Oh, yeah.
The reason why Arsenal fans hated on Fabregas going to Chelsea is because Arsenal were shit at the time. If Arsenal were lifting Premier Leagues, they wouldn't have cared. But Fabregas went to Chelsea and won a league.
They're linked to him as well, I think.
Make that much because he went to Barcelona first.
Yeah, but it's the same with for us and Owen. Owen was part of the Man United side that won number 19.
Yes.
That guy's a rat. He's never a legend to me. He's a rat. And he's a sewage rat, furthermore. And he's never a legend. He's the biggest snake in my club's history.
I'm not gonna lie.
You were number 7. You were number 7 at our club.
I don't hold a grudge. I don't hold a grudge with Cesc as much as I would Van Persie or
Van Persie, yeah. Van Persie
or
for
even
sure.
Ashley Cole.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's
like
direct transfer.
Yeah, like Cesc.
I just think the Liverpool United rivalry is so elevated. I'm sorry. Like if you put on a United shirt, you're dead to me.
Cesc Fabregas was on us.
Same thing.
He said we didn't want him. He went to Chelsea. We can't blame ourselves.
Wenger. Fabregas said it in an interview. I think he was waiting on an answer from Wenger for like a week or something.
Yeah, we can't blame thing. Honestly, at this moment in time, Liverpool fans, it hurts now. You're not happy, but in the foreseeable future, I can see you guys welcoming him back because he is one of your most decorated academy players in the 21st century. Like, let's not lie to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
But
I
let's
hear you.
let's also not forget that he has a lot to do. He has a lot of work to do at Real Madrid. Those fans will get onto you as well. If you play, if you continue to play like this at the latter stages of your Liverpool career at Real Madrid, you're going to get absolutely hounded by the fans there.
Out of
They did that
pride.
to the
How
better
old
players.
are you, Shik, if you don't mind
They-
me asking?
I'm
How old
26
are you?
years old. 26, 27 in a
Did you
couple of
watch? When did you start watching football? Honestly,
early 2000s. Like I started watching probably around five or six. Like sat down.
so you
I
remember?
was still young. I was very young then. Yeah.
You remember like 2010 to 2015 Madrid?
Yes.
They waved this at Benzema. They
Yeah.
waved this at Modric. They waved this at Ronaldo, at Bale, at
Bale.
everyone.
I've seen them absolutely hound Bale, boo him at the start of the game, throughout the game when he picks up the ball, whistling at him. Like I've seen it happen to all. They've been doing it right now. You've seen it at.
They're doing it to Mbappe.
They were doing it to Ancelotti people.
Yeah,
Like they were doing it to Ancelotti at the like around the start of the season when they were having that. terrible
Mbappe
run of
scored the
form.
most amount of goals
Like-
in its second most amount of goals in a debut season in Real Madrid's history, and they're
Yeah.
saying he's the worst signing in right now.
Madrid fans.
Yeah,
are,
and that's the thing I'm saying. Like, bro, at the end of the day,
You have to win.
He's got a lot to prove there, man. You have to win. It's like the Lakers. You go to the Lakers, you're not Lakers faithful or whatever. You have to prove yourself to the Lakers fans. Like you have to prove yourself to the Madrid fans. It's the same thing about
Luka
like all
don't
these
have to
big
prove
clubs.
himself. They love
biggest-
Luka.
We love Luka.
Lakers fans don't
biggest-
love Luka already.
You
That's
still do.
bullshit.
I
They
remember
love
when
Luka more
LeBron,
than LeBron.
yeah, but when LeBron joined, it was the same thing. But then LeBron won a championship with them, so he became like obviously Lakers fans still loved him a lot more. But you have to still. My point is, you have to prove yourself to these fans. You are a great player, this and that, up until you join that club. It's what you do at that club that really makes you the
By the
great.
way,
I
Egal,
think
if you lose the Champions League, just so you know, Get French Football News yesterday reported Saliba to Madrid. So you're not
Yeah, I
sat
know
here
about
very
that.
comfortable.
Listen,
I would
I'm
say
not
this, the
deluded. Like
biggest-
I'm not delusional like Liverpool fans. We know Saliba.
I'm
won't go to
delusional. I told you in
Yeah.
August, I think Trent and Saliba both are gone to Madrid.
No, but guys like Tom were never believed it was happening until it was announced.
Yeah, Tom is a fraud. We know this.
Yeah.
Biggest-
So
the-
I think you speak to any Arsenal fan, most likely they've accepted the fact that he's going to end up at Real Madrid at some point. It's just, will it be this summer, next summer, in 2027? We don't know.
I think it'll be next.
Shik,
summer.
did I not say in August? I think Trent and Saliba both
did.
gonna go there.
You did,
Yeah.
yeah, you did.
I've been consistent from the beginning of the year.
You
bro.
have, yeah.
I tried my blue blazer thing on it, but it didn't work. This is the first blue blazer L right here. You know, it just didn't work with the blue blazer. You get me? So
You know what's
And
lucky
you
for
say-
Any
I'll use-
Liverpool fan who thought they could turn around the Trent thing and he would stay, that's who I'm calling delusional. Because this was no secret. Same way, if any Arsenal fan right now thinks Saliba's going to spend the rest of his career at Arsenal, you're crazy.
What's
yeah,
lucky for
I
Trent?
agree.
What's lucky for Trent is Yamal plays on the right wing. That's what's lucky for Trent when he goes to the Liga. That's the lucky.
The difference is Trent won everything. Saliba hasn't won
For real,
anything
though.
with us yet.
Yeah.
Genuinely, Yamal does play on that right wing.
I think the most interesting one will be next week how Trent is received versus Arsenal, because the Liverpool fans booed Steve McManaman.
Yeah.
Just so
I
you
think
know,
there will be a crowd that will definitely like boo him.
No,
I think
it's
Trent is
when-
going to get booed. By the way,
Yeah, for sure.
When he goes
You
to
think
get
he
his,
lose the game
when he
against
goes to get his
Arsenal because of
medal,
the
when
controversy?
he goes to get his medal, that'll be the reaction. When he goes to get his medal, that'll be the one.
When he's lifting it, when you guys are
Yeah.
lifting the trophy and all
Yeah.
that'll tell you that whole. I think, but the home crowd will probably feel like match going fans are a lot more like understanding. Understanding if that's the right word, but more so like a lot more with the team, rather than sometimes you know what I mean. So I feel like maybe the fans in that stadium, majority of them would praise him and would just be more about the teams winning the trophy. They've won the 20th league title, but I feel like yes. Some fans will definitely boo him, just like after today.
Are we going to talk about the Chelsea game?
For sure.
yeah, we're going to go to that next. Let me just grab these super chats. We just had to start with the news today. You got me something different to talk about. Big up to Nags Games. It says, Egal, did you see Lewis saying not losing to a rotated LFC is progress on Twitter?
Yeah, he's moving funny.
They're all moving funny. CB was excited too, saying that this is his Chelsea's back.
I get the feeling similar thing happened to us when we beat Liverpool at the Emirates after we had a horrible season. But Mikel Arteta came out after the game and said we have a lot of work to do. This is not a sign of progress yet. We still have a lot of work to do. Chelsea fans, I feel like they're getting a little too excited.
Yeah, like Liverpool didn't care. Like they were smiling.
It's good for their it's good for their season. It's massive for their season. But you can't draw too many conclusions off the back of that result.
We'll speak about it now in a second. It's leaving on a free that's annoyed fans, is what Mark Smith is saying. Mark, I get it because he's obviously like at least a 70 million pound player, and we're sell to buy. That's what makes it irritating.
Left on a free.
But like the truth of the matter is,
he's 2 more years.
Leaving on a free is not on him. It's on the club. Had he signed like a 3-year deal, like 2 years ago, he'd had at least a year left on his deal, and then you could get 50-60 million for him minimum. But like,
regardless, Liverpool were never going to go into negotiations to sell him.
Yeah,
Had the club just shown ambition before, that's really it. Had the club just shown ambition before, and they probably
4 years no league title, I think hurt a little bit. I agree, lads. I wish Trent the best. He started with well and had a good career here, so I hope he goes on to have a horrific career with 0 success, is what Jack is saying. Hey, go on, Jackie lad!
That's not possible. That's not possible at Real Madrid. You're gonna have success.
Can I ask 2 questions though? Because
you say 1 second, Patrick. You say it's not possible. Just so you know, the old Galacticos won 1 league title in 5 years and 0 Champions Leagues. And 0 Champions Leagues.
Unless you're saying this is going to be the Yamal era and Barcelona are going to take over, I don't see a world in where Trent goes to Real Madrid and he comes back to the England trophyless.
Do you know from the year 2000 and 2005, Valencia, do you know that Valencia won more league titles than Real Madrid?
Brother, I'll repeat it again.
Valencia. Go check that statistics. I swear. Go check
again. Real Madrid, they might go trophyless this season. But wait, they can't. They've already won trophies this season. But regardless, they cannot, what do you call it, go. You're not going to see a player go to Real Madrid and not win something. They win things every single season, no matter what.
But if you go to Real Madrid and win something, that's like technically saying winning a Copa del Rey. That's not good enough. Winning at Real Madrid, you have to win.
Champions League or nothing, man.
They're Champions League or nothing. They're Champions League or bust every single season.
I think you guys are forgetting how much creativity they lack now, and Trent offers them so much creativity.
They're going to change if they do get Xabi Alonso. They're also changing up their system as well because now they're going to go play.
I don't think Trent, who I consider a generational player, is going to go anywhere and not find a way to fit in.
On a footballing level, I think La Liga suits him more because he's very technical. That's just my
I hear that too. Yeah.
Big up to Redline Tarango says Egal calling others delusional find shame. I agree. That was let it fly.
Listen, I'm just simply saying you guys call me delusional all the time. I can call it out as it is. It is very much a delusional take for Liverpool fans to think he's one of our own, he's going to stay, and then wait until the final minute to get angry. You're fake angry. You knew this was happening. You're angry at yourself for letting yourself get sucked into the fact that you.
I'll tell you why it's not fake angry, because when he scored against
you're angry at yourself for getting sucked into the.
Yeah, he took off his shirt. He took off his shirt.
Yeah, he took off his shirt against Leicester. That's when I got a bit excited. I was like, I think he might stay now, but then it is.
And even when Gakpo said the thing last week, oh my God, Gakpo said he might stay. Oh my God, nah, he was never staying.
Would Real Madrid winning Club World Cup count as a trophy this season? Yes, guys. The only thing that doesn't count as a trophy is the bloody Community Shield, guys. That's the only thing that's not a trophy. Everything else is a trophy. Carabao Cup is a trophy.
On the books, it counts too.
Please. No.
That's right. Your manager said it counted. That's right. Your manager said he's won 3 trophies.
No, but technically, all of our clubs have the Community Shield as a list of achievements.
But it doesn't read.
Tottenham have Audi Cup as the list of achievements.
Hey, you know what?
Okay, but look at where it is in list of achievements.
It's
always at the bottom.
It's
always at the bottom. It's always at the bottom in terms of list of achievements. They go in order, and it's always at the bottom for a reason.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying it technically is considered
for charity. It's a charity
shield. Community shield.
But
it's a charity shield.
I'm just saying.
No, it's not. It's not considered a trophy. It's not.
I hate the fact that I have to be that guy, but based on the history books, it's considered a trophy.
Okay, Egal, you played in the Community Shield this season, right?
Yeah.
What did you win to be in the Community Shield?
No, they didn't play this season.
No, sorry, the year before.
Yeah, the year before that.
Nothing.
Yeah. What did you win?
Nothing, but we won it.
City won the FA Cup and the Premier League, but because you finished second, you played in the Community Shield.
Yeah.
The difference between the Community Shield and like a European Super is the winner of the Europa League takes on the winner of the Champions League. You have to win something to be in it. Club World Cup, you've got to win the Champions League to qualify for it. Carabao Cup is a trophy. FA Cup is a trophy. Premier League is a trophy. I think the biggest trophy.
On Liverpool's wall, does it have a Community Shield?
Yeah, but just because it counts it like we count
That's
it as
what
a
I'm talking about, Husam.
خلاص, let's not argue it. You're just gonna be shameless. You're
No,
shameless.
I'm not being shameless. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
being
even if
shameless.
it's on the club's wall, so even if Spurs have Audi Cup on the club wall, am I supposed to say, wow, it's a trophy?
His
Let me actually
community
check
should leave it on
if
your
they
wall.
have it on the Champions wall. Wait.
They don't even have it, I don't think.
Wait, so you think so? Egal, you agree with Arteta when he said he won 3 trophies so far?
Look at this. We don't even have it on the Champions wall, bro.
Because
There you are.
it's not worth it. It's not,
It's not
nobody
even
can count
there.
it.
Fair.
It's not even there. Come on, man. Come
Thank-
on, bro.
Thank you.
I'm just
It's
asking.
not even there, mate.
Wait, Egal, so you actually you genuinely agree with Arteta when he said he's won 3 trophies so far?
No,
Arsenal?
I'm just saying based on
What? But
on
you
the
just said
record-
it's a trophy. Why is it
based on the
different?
record book, it's considered a trophy. Whatever everyone wants to say.
Okay, so based on a
technically-
record book, it's considered a trophy.
Wait,
So
here's
why
the
don't you
official
agree with it?
updated
Why
one.
don't you agree with
I know the
Arteta
one
when
that
he
Egal's
says he's
talking
won
about.
3?
This one.
Sorry.
See, it's not even there. See? 20 league titles, 6 European
Yeah,
Cups,
I
8 FA
seen that.
Cups.
I looked it up.
Yeah, it ain't there. I'm sorry. We just don't count it.
It's
mate.
a community shield, man. Nobody.
It's a big club thing. I'm sorry, Egal. I know you can't relate. Big up to Ed who says you're always that guy,
That's
Egal.
so silly, bro.
Delusional as fuck is what Ed is saying.
That's
Hey,
so
Egal is
silly.
delusional, but we love him anyway. We love him.
That's so
We love
silly.
Egal. We
Look,
love
you're
Egal.
telling me it's not in the record books for every club.
Brother, Audi Cup is in the record book.
Yeah, every trophy you win is pretty much in the record books.
Okay, khalas, let's not do this. Even like the FA Youth Cup is in the record books, just so you know. But anyway, let's talk about Liverpool-Chelsea game. Big up to everyone locked in. Everyone, please hit the like button, subscribe. Guys, we've got 600 people in here. Let's just get the likes up, man. Every time, get the likes up. Let's get 300 likes, yeah. You frauds. Shik TV, Egal Talks Football, True City Fan, and Casual FC, all in the description, guys. Go give them a subscribe as well. So subscribe here, like the video, and all that good stuff. So, let's go to the Chelsea-Liverpool game. I'll go to Andrew first. Talk to me, brother, about the game, the implications on your season. You better beat Newcastle next week or I'm going to kill you. Just so you know. Go ahead.
So, yeah, I'm not going to get too much into beating Liverpool. That was just a bonus. We could have been playing anyone yesterday. We just needed to win. That's all we needed to do. Beating Liverpool was just a bonus. Played well, got the 3 points. Lavia played very well. Palmer played very well. Nearly everyone played very well. For Jackson had an okay game, but that was it. We need to match City, match Villa, put pressure on Nottingham Forest tonight, and still have it in our hands. Still, it's in our hands still to define what we do and finish this season. We did our job on Thursday night, having a big league in the first leg, which means we don't have to put any of the normal players in for this coming Thursday second leg. We go up to Newcastle, and if we beat Newcastle, because we got Manchester United up next, and they're going to be in the Europa League final, and we beat them, that's almost guaranteed. That's guaranteed Champions League place. It's a big thing. It was a big win because we just needed to win. The last 3 games, we played well. It's our best run of form for this second half of the year, certainly. And people are coming back to form. But yeah, I credit the most impressive thing for me yesterday was actually after when Liverpool scored, because
you didn't bother it.
Yeah, but as a viewer watching it, and you probably heard it if you heard it in the crowd to Sam, you could hear the nerves of the live of the stadium. You could hear it because they were going, "Come on, Chelsea," because that's what we do when we're not playing well. We go, "Come on, Chelsea," But actually, I thought their heads didn't drop. They actually played probably the best part of the second half after you scored, probably the most consistently. I mean, I don't think you had a chance. Did you have a chance after you scored? No. I mean, just like created a chance. You didn't create a chance, right? After you scored.
No, we didn't.
By the way, can I just say on a side note, that Van Dijk goal was telegraphed from the start of the second half. He wasn't marked.
He could have scored a hat trick of headers. He just missed them all. That's what happens when you have alcohol in your system.
What the fuck? But yeah, we needed that win. Put pressure on. We've got Forest playing tonight. Stuff like that. Hopefully they free fall.
You think Palace are going to do them? Be honest.
I think it's a big chance. There's a big chance they do them. Palace are tough at home. You know that, I'm going to Sellers Park.
Bro,
They're
if
tough.
Forest bottled this top 4, it's mad because they were like literally almost second at some point.
They were talking about catching Arsenal a month ago.
Bro, you need to
Yeah,
bring
they're
Wolfie
right.
on one of those shows and talk to him.
Let's face it.
Forest have to win today in order to get like Newcastle out the top 4. Villa as well are only 3 points behind. This is very interesting now.
That's the Villa's actually Villa. People keep forgetting about Villa. You know, they keep forgetting about Villa. Villa are still there, but Villa
and some of you teams play each other. I don't think does Villa play.
And also
anyone?
Villa go to Bournemouth on Saturday.
Yeah, they're going to Bournemouth. Yeah.
And Bournemouth are still playing for something.
Villa got Bournemouth away, Spurs
Then-
at home,
yeah.
United away.
Then Chelsea.
Yeah, us don't worry about it though. Our season's gonna be over. Hopefully, we win that.
Bournemouth are trying to get
Our
European
season's gonna be
football.
over after that.
That's what I
Bournemouth are
mean.
trying to
They're
get
still in
European
it. Yeah,
football.
Bournemouth are still trying to, because the 8th spot might be a European football place.
Yeah.
So they might be.
I'm just going to say this to the Chelsea fans. Congratulations. You guys beat Liverpool for the first time in a long time. Right? It was a big win for you guys. And Liverpool, congratulations. You got your guard of honor. So everyone wins. It was a win-win for both teams. One got their guard of honor. They got to see Chelsea players clapping them out. And Chelsea got their win. Cole Palmer had himself a good performance. Although some of the conversation around Cole Palmer, they sensationalize him way too much. But he is a good player, and he deserved credit for his performance. Liverpool did rotate heavily, so I don't think it's a fair litmus test of your quality next to Liverpool's.
No,
But
I
at the
agree.
same time, your fans know that. Everybody knows that. It's just at this
I was
moment.
just.
I just want to address something quickly. People saying I'm trying to downplay your win. Guys, if there is a Liverpool game, I will always look at it from the prism of a Liverpool fan talking about my club.
Yeah.
We could have played Ipswich on Sunday and we would have lost. Do you understand? I am not exaggerating, guys. Guys, the players did not care. Van Dijk shot it at Kwanzaa into the back of our own net. Alisson kicked it out of play 100 times. Salah was laughing with Cucurella, made about 3 wrong passes. Darwin Núñez offside and still manages to head it at the corner flag from 2 yards. How do you, like, I promise, my grandmother up in the air, she's 80-something years old, would have at least hit the target. The guy shot it at the corner flag. Chiesa couldn't touch it to save his life. Like, everyone was actual ass. The only one who was like, okay, was Endo. Funnily enough, I was like, oh, okay, Endo, damn, like you have a couple of moments.
Because he wants to stay.
But for me, I made a video on YouTube yesterday. I titled that "Stop Being Fake Mad."
Yeah.
Because even if you go watch my reaction to the goals, I'm laughing. Guys, if I've won the league already, why should I give a shit?
Exactly.
Anyone in the chat calling me salty or a hater, Habibi, no problem. I'm salty, I'm a hater, I'm a loser, I can't give credit. All the insults, Adi, okay. Give me one reason why I should care. No problem. I'm quite in the chat right now. Convince me why I should care about yesterday's results. What you gonna say? Points total? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? 10 years from now, you think people are going to remember points totals? Do you know that Manchester United won a league title against Newcastle with 75 points?
Yeah, 75
Does
points.
anyone care? People say Ferguson.
Long time ago, though. But yeah, it's true. It's true.
No, but Shik, the point is people say Ferguson got 13 titles. They don't give a shit how many points total or any of that type of stuff.
Yeah, no, you're right.
My
No one
point
talks
is-
about it. No one talks about it.
Yeah, I care about this. I admit I care about this. That's why when Núñez missed the header, I insulted him. 100%.
Yeah.
If it's about the Salah assist record, I definitely care. But like winning if you tell me right now, would I rather win the next 3 games and Salah doesn't get the record, or lose the next 3 games and Salah get the record? I'm choosing get the record because we won already. We won, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares?
Yeah,
Like-
genuinely.
You know.
But I would
That's
say,
all
and
I'm
that's
saying.
why I was on the terrace yesterday. I was going, Liverpool have earned the right to pick whatever team they want. They've put the right to play however they want because they've won the league with 5 games to spare. Do you know what I mean? That's what all teams. They weren't going for any points record. They're not going for any undefeated streak, anything like that. So they earned the right. They earned the right to do that. We just had to do everything. Yesterday was about Chelsea. We had to do our job. We had to win, and we won, and we move on. And we are literally going for a cup. It's a cup final up at Newcastle on Sunday. That's what that game is. And thank you,
Yeah,
Premier League, for putting it at
100%.
12 midday on a Sunday. I really effing appreciate
12
that.
midday on a Sunday. I've never seen worse decision making in my life.
I know. Well,
At least
mean-
make it the 4 p.m. kickoff or the 3
Yeah,
Yeah,
p.m.
the late
They can
kickoffs. The
move
late
your-
kickoff
they
for
can
sure.
move- They can have your.
It's
they
a
can have
game
your
that
game.
actually matters, bro. Come on.
Exactly.
They're gonna
man.
change it. They're gonna change it. They're gonna change it.
No,
No,
they're
they
not.
will
They
not.
can't
I
change
doubt
it.
it. It's too
They
late
can't
now.
change
They
It's
it.
too
can't.
late.
It's on the
Yeah.
schedule now.
No, Egal, they changed it to 12 p.m. It wasn't on the books at 12 because of the European stuff and everything. They changed it to 12 p.m. on a Sunday. They could have
That's
moved
weird.
Not even
Okay, but
12:30.
at least 1 second, guys. It's a
It's because they thought
standalone
Liverpool
game.
Arsenal would be the
1
bigger
second.
game.
It's a
when they made the
standalone game
schedule.
at 12
That's
p.m.
fine.
Nobody else is playing at 12.
It's the time of it. It's
The
12.
reason why they changed it to 12, nobody's playing at 12. Everyone's playing at 2:15 together, and then Arsenal Liverpool are playing at 4:30.
4:30
That's a
kickoff. Yeah.
nothing
Oh
game.
man, that game is so early. Jeez, Newcastle
That's
Chelsea.
a nothing
Tough.
game.
You know what time it is,
What time
Husam?
is that for you?
For me,
6 a.m.
4 a.m. 4 a.m.
Are you in LA time?
Yeah, California.
Yeah,
I'm
West
in
Coast,
California. Yeah, West Coast.
You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
tell he's a California kid. Come on, man.
He's wearing an LA hat. I should have remembered.
Bro,
But
he's,
yo-
a he's a Sacramento Kings fan. Come on, man. He's
Yeah, man,
LA.
I'm-
Yeah,
he's
I
LA
think
born and bred.
I'm in Sacramento. I'm
Come
from
on.
Sacramento. Yeah.
The
But 4
Kings
a.m.
fan.
I'll be there to watch it. But again, I think it's when they made the
You're a
fixtures.
Kings fan? Damn, your
Yo,
life
by
is
the
shit.
way,
Yeah.
Romeo Lavia might be Chelsea's best midfielder because
Yeah,
the
I
way
wanted to
that they
speak about
play
him
when
as
he's
well.
there.
The best moment in the game was when the Liverpool fans screaming "Champions, champions" in his face, and Lavia was just like, "I love that shithousery, man. That's beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful shithousery."
Listen,
man.
if Lavia, I've been saying this since the start of the season as well. If Lavia is fit to a certain extent, I would take him over a lot of midfielders in the Premier League. Genuinely, Lavia is
Like,
quality. Every
he's
time
quality.
Chelsea have played Lavia in pivotal games like this, he's proven like he's the difference. And even though Enzo has been performing well, and Enzo played really well against Chelsea, against Liverpool too, I still say this, and I've been saying this. I don't think like Lavia in that midfield. Lavia, Caicedo, and let's say if we put Palmer in the 10, I think that's Chelsea's best midfield without Enzo. That's just my opinion. But Enzo, to credit to him, he's been playing well. And the whole Palmer criticism, I get it. Palmer showed up. And Chelsea haven't won against a Big Six team this season, but when they needed to win, they did it. And that's, I think, the most important thing. That they got the result that they wanted. And I think Surfer said it perfect. Didn't matter if it was Liverpool.
If Liverpool needed the win for the league, it would have been a completely different ball game.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, but it's also like Chelsea, some Chelsea fans who are talking shit to Liverpool about all those type of things also need to realize that it could have been anybody else. It could have been Newcastle, could have been United. They needed to win that game. They just needed to win that game, and that's what they did. So that's really just it. Move on. Newcastle, like you said, that's the bigger game. Because I'll tell you, we went to Newcastle.
Are Liverpool going to rotate their whole team versus Arsenal?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm joking.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Yeah.
You're getting the best.
Is it because you're at home?
Van Dijk's gonna make sure he drinks less the night before that game as well. Like he's gonna turn up. He's gonna
I think because that game, there's a lot of narratives around it, and Liverpool just want to put it to bed.
Yeah.
Wait. Is that the last game at Anfield?
No.
Second last.
Okay,
Lucky
so
you.
what's the-
We would have lifted the prem against you. If I was in Liverpool's
Also,
place, you know
looked
what I
at
would
the
do?
next one. Yeah.
You know what I would do if I were in Liverpool's place? I would fake 15 COVID tests and say everyone's sick. We can't make the game. I'm sorry. Can we
Fake
reschedule?
15 COVID tests.
I would bring Palace to play Sunday, and then I'd lift it against Arsenal. I'm such a shit house. I know. But I'm just saying what I would do in it. I'd love it. Lift it in their faces. How amazing would it be when Saliba is clapping for Van Dijk, Saka's clapping for Salah, Odegaard is
reminds
clapping
me.
for McAllister. Beautiful.
Husam, do you remember a couple of years ago when Spurs were supposed to play Arsenal, and then apparently some Arsenal players fell out sick and they weren't fit enough to play Spurs or whatever? Am I tripping, or there was something like that happened?
I don't
Where
recall
Arsenal
it.
players, it was during at the time. Yeah, it was like a highly anticipated North London derby, which Spurs were predicted to win, but then I think some sickness or something like that happened, and they had to reschedule that game, something like that. I'm pretty sure. It just reminded me of that. But It was COVID. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not tripping. That was
COVID
something that
times.
did happen. COVID.
Fairs. Anyway, speaking of Arsenal, before we move on to Arsenal, big up to everyone locked in. Guys, can we get 200 likes? 600 people in the building. Everyone, please hit the like button and please subscribe. Let me just grab a couple of these super chats and then we'll continue on with the show to talk about the Arsenal losing at home to Bournemouth. Bournemouth doing the double over Arsenal Football Club.
Can I talk about this first? Because a lot of people are running
You
narratives.
don't want me to read the super chats?
Let's get back to super chats in a second. I just really
خلاص,
pissed off
go ahead.
about this. And there's so many narratives on that game. And the main narrative that I don't like is, number one, Patrick and Hamza are so shameless. 1 point behind Arsenal. Yes, you are 1 point, but you guys are 3 points behind Arsenal, but you spent 200 million, and you should be more focused on the fact that you're how many points? 20 points behind Liverpool. Because since when is it celebrating coming in second, a celebration thing? Like, even Arsenal fans were criticized for that. We were what do you call it? Destroyed, criticized consistently by talking about closing the gap to second. Who gives a shit about the gap to second? It's about the gap to first. Also, the game in itself, 2 set pieces. We conceded 2 set pieces. Shit defending for those set pieces. But overall, the performance was not that good. The result was not that good. But does it really matter, guys? That's the main thing we need to talk about. Does it really matter? Because the main focus is the Champions League on Wednesday. Based on what happens on Wednesday, everyone's gonna dictate how the season goes. Anyways, Husam, you wanted to read the super chats? We can come back to it.
No, we're going. No, خلاص, you opened the Arsenal can of worms.
Yeah,
Patrick is calling you out.
Yeah, like
You're not going to talk about the game, though. You're not going to talk about the game again.
Yeah,
The game
in itself is Declan Rice. Declan Rice was playing really well to start the game. Odegaard assisted him. We had a good goal to start the game, and then second half, we fell off a cliff. We collapsed, and the goals that were conceded were set pieces. Set pieces again. We've conceded the most set pieces in the league. Did you know that?
How ironic.
That's very funny though. That's very funny.
They called you Set Piece FC for a reason, man.
Where's the mural? Yeah. Where's the mural of this guy?
Honestly, the combination of Gabriel and Saliba being available for the majority of the season makes a big difference.
I think Gabriel was better than Saliba. I told people Gabriel is the one. Gabriel is the one in that center back.
And you had Partey back as well. I remember you guys were telling me versus PSG, Partey's back. We need Partey.
Any money. The moment Saliba leaves for Real Madrid, you'll never be bigging up Gabriel over Saliba again. You'll be saying.
Do you think Gabriel's not?
You'll be saying the exact opposite.
Well, you think he's not? I think he improved. I think he matured. At first, he used to be a GOAT, but now, I mean, not as a GOAT, the greatest ever, but as a GOAT. Like,
I think partnership's crucial. Obviously, the partnership is crucial, but Saliba in itself was not the issue in that game. I'm saying the issue in that game was the set piece defending as a unit in the whole team. I'm looking at the set piece coach. I'm looking at Arteta. I'm saying, what were we doing defending those set pieces? And also, how is it that we're not finishing any of our chances? Like, this constantly is our problem throughout the entirety of the season. Our problem has been we're not able to finish off games. We're not able to finish off our chances. We're not able to close out results. And it is what it is. And also, I hate to be that guy, but we all know the referee bottled it in that game and gave us.
Here we
go.
This guy.
Oh my God! When is it gonna end, Robbie?
You've lost the league. You've already lost the league. Egal, genuinely, Egal. You've already lost the league. I thought this game doesn't matter. Genuinely, you've already lost the league.
Truth. You guys don't want to hear the truth.
What do you
It's
mean
not the truth.
Oh,
We've been hearing your false truth since August. Have you not had enough of the false truth? You're a false prophet with false truth.
When
It's
the ball
time to
hits
say the real
somebody's
truth,
elbow,
bro.
when the ball hits somebody's elbow, that's considered a handball.
It did not hit his elbow. It hit
It off his elbow and went in.
It hit his rib cage. Stop it.
No, it didn't. It hit his elbow.
I can't believe
If
we're
it
doing
was to
this.
hit
I
his
can't
rib
believe
cage, it
we're
wouldn't
doing
go
this.
that way.
Egal, the league's over. It's done. Why does it even matter? Yes, why do you care? Why?
You said it didn't matter.
The league's over. It's done. They've already not lifted. They've already won the league. It's over. It's done. So I this is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Wait. Let me. Yeah, go ahead.
Go on, Patrick. Go on.
Oh, look. Let me say this. The reason why I'm happy that I'm finishing second, it's just an agenda against your fan base. Because your fan, and I'm serious. I'm gonna be honest. It's just an agenda against your fan base because your fan base was loud. Yes, you did mention that we spent in January. We haven't actually used most of those players, funny enough. But I am happy that we're finishing second where people say we're done. People said we're dusted. And it's quite funny that I thought, to me, honest, as a City fan, I thought Arsenal have cemented number 2. There is no way. I thought Arsenal can drop points. There's no way City is going to carry to you. There was a moment in time where City were closer to United. You know that? There was in the season. There was a moment in time we were closer to United than we were closer to the top. So for us to finish second and potentially win an FA Cup, I'm just going to scoop on that. I'm just going to flex on that. And I'm sorry, Egal. Yes, you know me and Hamza are shameless. If you guys get out of the Champions League and we win the FA Cup and we're number 2, I will flex on it. It's just my happiness. I have something to be happy about. Because at first I thought you're going to do a treble, a number 2 treble, but now it looks like it might not work. So catching up to you means a lot. It's just like that, Egal. It's nothing personal. It's just something with your fan base. I just have some. It's business. Yeah. Even Husam, when we were going at it at first with Liverpool, Husam used to tell me this is business. It used to be business. It's just good business, Egal. And I know that you don't care anymore. But Egal, I told you that last time on the Football Terrace that be careful with these draws, with this saying that we don't have, it's good, we can switch on the mentality. I know you're going to talk about Thomas Partey, but it's the way sometimes you're losing these games or ending up scoring, then the team's coming back. There's just something off about it. And it's not a good habit for a team that hasn't won anything to be doing. It's okay for a team that maybe has won something because they are winners. They have the experience. Like Madrid, they can switch off, but they know what to do in the Champions League. But you guys, I feel like you guys could have been going on. Even the players that are off the bench could have been working hard. But it is what it is, man. I just have a feeling that I keep thinking that you guys have something for PSG, regardless. I just have this other feeling that it's not going to be as easy as people think. PSG might win, but you guys have something for PSG. And hopefully, look, if we take football rivalry aside, I think I told you already that I would like to see you guys win so that at least you enter the table.
Shut up, Patrick, man.
I used to be that guy.
I love to see it. Shut up, man. I'm
saying
this is rubbish.
No.
Patrick, you work with Egal regularly. Imagine Egal with a Champions League.
No, yeah. I am tired. No. I am tired of going on streams with Egal and they do what they used to do to me, where they say, "Can you put your hand up if you have a Champions League?" I would like Egal to also feel that, like, wouldn't you be happy for Egal? At least one. Come on, Sepa, you've got 3. The other guy there has got 3. He's got 6.
Listen, just so you know, Patrick, I'm warning you. Egal Talks Football is a menace. If they win the Champions League, our lives will never be the same. Just so you know.
Yes.
Keep this in mind.
True.
Let him be happy. Let him be happy.
No.
Okay, listen. I am going to tell you guys this. I'm a nice person. Okay. I don't need any headaches. I'm just gonna celebrate for myself.
The fact that you have to say that, yeah.
I'm gonna cause only people I'm gonna cause headaches are probably Carefree Lewis, Lee Gunner, Aaron, Northside, Kenny Ken, mostly my own fan base. So you guys don't have much to worry about. You're not on my hit list. The people who are on my hit list are mostly the people who talk shit. Madrid Zone, those guys. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that need to be spoken to. But most of the people on this panel here are cool. So you guys are okay. The people in the chat, maybe some of them can catch it also. But majority of the people who are going to be upset if we win is you guys.
I know that Egal versus Arsenal.
The thing is, you guys like to see us when we're down. You guys like to enjoy our down. You've seen us down for like how many years?
Egal is going to be on a victory tour on YouTube asking everyone, what phase is Arteta in?
The answer would be phase 5.
I just know exactly what you're like, Habibi.
I don't know.
Be on the
I think
tour,
people like Arsenal. They like to see Arsenal fans upset. They think Arsenal fans are unbearable. But in the actual reality, when you really think about it, 90% of the stuff you guys say about us is because you guys don't like us being happy. You don't want us to be getting.
No, it's because we don't like excuses. That's it.
No,
it's because we don't like excuses. Andrew was there last season. You were there last season. Shik, I didn't work with him yet to that extent. Patrick knows me from last year. When we were top of the league and we had the 300 million injuries, I said Liverpool bottled it. I didn't say we have injuries. And by the way, factually, VAR gave us how many apologies last season? How many points would we have had if we had the VAR decisions go correctly? Remember Doku switching music to McAllister? Remember, well done, lads, good process. Remember Odegaard playing NBA? Should I keep going? McAllister red card against Brighton. We had 4 red cards in the first 7 games. You know this? Of which 2 were rescinded. Yeah, see, now you know. I didn't blame the referees or injuries.
Did you
I
drop
said we
points from those red cards that were rescinded?
Not the point. Some of them we did.
That is a
but
major
that's not the
point. Because
Okay,
we had red cards also that were rescinded.
Oh,
We've also had situations that thing. But hey, you know what?
Yeah, I
the
said we
main
bottled
the main reason why I mentioned it today is because I feel like until tribalism in football is gone, we will continue to have poor refereeing standards, and we will continue to have.
it's never gonna go. Tribalism's never gonna leave football, though.
No,
That's
but
the thing.
tribalism
Maybe
is what
until
is
it's gone.
protecting the. Tribalism is what is always going to protect the PGMOL referees from improving their standards, because you have Liverpool fans who are going to get a butt hurt for things that have happened to them, Arsenal fans, Manchester United fans, Chelsea fans, and you know what the issue is? All of us will be upset about it when it happens to us, but when it happens to our rivals, we're going to say we don't care. And personally, I have been saying this all year. I've been saying it for many years, and I've been consistent. When it happens to another club, when it happens to anybody else, I call it as it is. The refereeing standards in this league are terrible. The referees in this league are terrible, and they do not actually help themselves with VAR, because the people on VAR are afraid to overturn the people on the pitch.
I agree with you, but you make it sound like they're only like this to you, which is the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
They
you.
all-
Stop.
No,
where
I agree with you.
in what I said did I say it's an Arsenal problem only?
It's not
You
that.
said
It's
that
the
multiple
fact.
times this
No, no.
season. You said it
It's the
multiple times
fact.
this season.
But also, do you notice, Egal? It's the fact that you are the only one who says this.
Ah.
Nobody else says this. Nobody else comes out here and says, "Oh, we should have gotten this referee decision." I've never heard of someone who's already lost a league title still blaming referees. Like that is crazy.
Bro,
That is
the
genuinely crazy.
game was 1-1. They gave a blatantly handball goal because they said they could not determine.
See, there you go.
They could not determine
Everybody
from the angles
gets
that they had.
everybody
They could
screwed
not
over in
determine
this
that it
league,
was
though.
handball.
Everybody gets screwed in this league, though. Everybody does, though. And some of us, we just keep it
You know
quiet.
what I've noticed? I think Arsenal, it's basically the PGMOL are mafia, and Arsenal, they've said to Arsenal, you need to shut
Fucking
your
hell.
mouth, or else we're gonna shut it for you.
PGMOL is a
What does that?
This is what I was talking about. It's
Wait.
all about you. You
No,
think
because
they're sitting there.
Wallahi, I'm not even
Egal,
joking
you
right
think
now.
that in their office
I
they have a
genuinely,
picture? Egal,
I'm
you think in
genuinely
their
serious,
office
like,
they have a
banter
picture of
aside.
Mikel Arteta up
Yo,
on the board?
one second. Banter aside, Arteta, every time that he's come out after a game or before a game and had an interview where he went out and criticized the referees, there's been a blatant retaliation. And I have a list.
Everybody gets in trouble when you talk about the ref. Pep got
I have a
fined.
list of times where we've spoken about the referees and there's been a blatant retaliation. It's a problem.
I think they make you. If you speak about the ref, Pep did it and he got fined. Champions
Bro,
League, Premier
Arteta
League.
spoke about the referees. They tried to fine him. He found a loophole. Then they banned him from the touchline. And then the game after that from Aston Villa, they gave Jesus had a penalty shout where he got kicked in the ankle, no call, handball they gave a handball goal disallowed for Kai Havertz when the other player from the other team handballed it onto him. It's a madness.
Listen,
Anyways, I will forever call out referee decisions. Win, lose, draw, title over, title not over. The referees are shit. And it's just the reality.
Okay.
I'm lost.
Okay. So your thoughts on Arsenal Bournemouth?
We were
he
shit.
didn't care. He didn't care about the game.
We were shit second half.
He didn't care.
We were shit second half. 1 second. We were shit second half. We conceded 2
I'm
sloppy goals.
finished, man. Genuinely.
And we it's the same problem all season. From winning positions, dropping points because we're not clinical enough. We need to get better attackers. We need to be able to close out games.
Here we
And
go. Actual talk
it's a
about
very
Arsenal.
clear. It's a very
The team as
clear
well.
and obvious issue on how we need to address going into next season. Forget about squad depth, injuries, players missing. Even forget about the second goal, which should have been disallowed. The main issue is we're not killing off games ourselves, and that's where we need to improve.
Well, I think the issue was probably the players he picked and how long they stayed on the pitch for as well on Saturday.
Substitutions at the end of the
You know
game
what I
as
mean?
well.
Like the late, like keeping Saka on that late and stuff like that. I think because you're right, Gal. You're right. You probably shouldn't have cared about the game, but the manager did. That was the problem, right? The manager gave perception that he cared about the game because of the starting lineup, that the players that he chose. So he gave a perception and how long he kept them on for. He gave that perception to a lot of fans, because I think if you'd lost this game but you have a rotated side, I don't think anyone would care. Everyone would go, we understand why you rotated. You've got PSG coming up in a semi-final. Look at United yesterday. They lost, but they heavily rotated. PSG heavily rotated. They lost the game. That's the thing is that he played a lot of the same players. Partey came back, he played, but he also kept them on for a hell of a long time as well in the game. So it's like that the manager gave a perception that he still cared about where you finish in the league, which I don't think he should have. He should have heavily rotated. In
100% agree with you. I did not expect that. We shouldn't have done that. We should have rotated. We should have maybe even played maybe 3 starters from the game that we're going to be having versus PSG. And you know what happens? You go out there, you play like that in the second half. To me, it screams you're preserving your energy or you're trying not to get injured. That's what it tells me. It reminds me of the players that were playing pre-World Cup mid-season. Just before the World Cup,
2022.
and how the level and standards of the games just look.
Remember we lost to Brentford.
By the way, Gal, Jorginho's just left your club. We just got a tweet from Fabrizio.
Yeah, bro, we already knew this. Jorginho
where is he going?
Brazil.
Where is he?
He went to
Jorginho's going to
Flamengo.
Brazil.
Yeah.
He's going to Brazil. He is in a situation where he's in a proposal with Brazil. He's expected to leave on a free. He's currently injured. He actually might not play another game for Arsenal if he doesn't make it back for the last game of the season versus Southampton. So yeah, he is out the door, and it was already predicted. This contract we weren't going to extend it.
2021.
We weren't going to extend his contract.
He wasn't. That was crap.
He finished third, Patrick. He finished third.
I know he did, but it was crap.
The best player in the world that year was.
Finished third.
Who was the best player in the world that year? It was Messi, no?
Yeah, it was Messi. Yeah, it was Messi. Yeah.
I remember you guys wanted Jorginho to win it. Oh my god.
No, but you know what? Conte definitely deserved Champions League.
That was Chelsea. That wasn't even Arsenal.
No, that's why I brought it up.
Jorginho for 12 million pounds in a title race season, he has been a underwhelming signing. But overall, he did give us some good impact in some of the games. But he's overall has been an underwhelming signing for me. I'm not saying it's a bad signing. I'm just saying maybe if we would have gone and splashed the cash on a Caicedo or something like that, we'd be a two-time league title winner.
That's the thing, Gal, wasn't it? It was you were linked to Caicedo. The optics were you linked to Caicedo, and you end up getting Jorginho. That's the thing, is it? That's the optics of that transfer. Whether you bid,
and you know what? That's the Arsenal. That's Arsenal. Most people know in the 21st century.
Look at Raheem. They went to get Raheem. They could have got somebody better, I'm sure, but they went to get Raheem.
Fuck, whoever signed Raheem Sterling, I'm happy he's out the door, because that was Raheem Sterling's useless, guys. Like, the guy's actually useless. Like,
we know.
I think Husam, you do a better job on that pitch. The guy's shit. Like, I've never seen.
I agree.
I've never seen
Give me a month and a half to get fit. Give me 10 minutes.
I've never seen a guy be that ineffective at all. Like, the professional footballers in the Premier League are no longer of the same standard as he is. He needs to go down to League One level to be competitive, I think. That's
still waiting to see the best of him.
Damn.
Still waiting to see the best of him. That hasn't happened yet. So
on that bombshell, let me just read these super chats before we get out of here. Guys, the reason why we're not going to talk about United because United lose every week.
Yeah,
Wallahi. Tell us, we get it.
Literally
United and Spurs, do they care?
You want me to tell you something really funny?
Guys, give Amarim time.
United,
we're focused on the
Arsenal,
Europa League, blah, blah, blah. We know.
United, Arsenal, Spurs. United, Arsenal, and Spurs. All three of us, we don't care. We're focused on semifinals. Whatever happened this weekend, if we win our game in the semifinals and we go to the final, that's all that matters.
Exactly. Husam, you know what's so funny, and I'm so glad you're not doing this section because I didn't even watch the game yesterday. I genuinely didn't.
That just
I
goes
didn't
to
even
show
watch the
you
Brentford game.
priorities. He's got his
Yeah, because
priorities on
it's
straight.
everything's on Thursday. Like it doesn't even matter.
Wait, you're talking about
Literally
the
doesn't matter.
United game where you guys wanted to come back. I think you guys
Yes,
played too, a bit.
yesterday against Brentford. I didn't even watch the game. I didn't even
guys-
watch
You
it.
know, I went on the terrace after the game to talk to Staffy. I'm like, "What now, Staffy? Do you care?" Because you're telling me Arsenal fans should care about the Bournemouth game because they've dropped levels massively to end the season. Do you guys care? If Man United win the Europa League, do you give a shit about finishing 15th in the league?
Yeah,
What
we
if they
do.
don't?
Yeah,
What
we
if-
do give a
what-
shit.
What
We
if
do
they
give a
don't?
shit.
What if they don't? There's also another flip to that coin. What if they don't?
If they lose the league, if they lose the Europa League to Spurs, they should sack their manager. I'm joking.
I need
The-
I need Spurs to
like,
win it.
I'll
I need Spurs to
I'll
win it
actually
for
be so
chaos.
vexed.
I need
if we
Spurs
lose
to win it.
to
For
I need
chaos.
Spurs to win that.
I'm
still.
into Spurs. I'm also
Okay,
Spurs.
Yeah, I'm all for
Hey,
Spurs.
why
Big
you
up
guys
Jack.
always Spurs? I get
Yeah,
it. I'm an Arsenal
I've
fan, but
like
you guys,
I've
why-
seen
what's
some
your
United
reason for
fans. Some United fans. have
Egal,
been like,
if Spurs win the Europa League, this does not mean anything positive for their future because they're a fucking
Yeah, they're
shit
not gonna
club.
spend.
And that's
They're not gonna
it's,
spend a lot
it's,
of
So
money.
it's
you
a
guys
long
all
with
want
story,
United-
so, yeah.
With United, there is at least light at the end of the
To
tunnel.
get back to
With
the Champions
Spurs,
League, they can
with
sign
Spurs,
players.
there is no tunnel, there is no light, there is no train, there is nothing. They just exist.
Even Andrew
Yeah.
wants United to win.
No, I want Spurs to win for chaos. I want Spurs to win for
Spurs.
chaos. That's what I want.
Spurs win.
Yeah,
Why not?
I understand that reason.
I
do.
want Man
It's-
United
you
to
want-
win, but I don't want Man United to get Luis Campos. That is dangerous. Luis Campos at Man United.
Luis
is
Campos
dangerous.
with Champions League football. Imagine who's gonna save
Yeah.
Luis
Spurs?
Campos
No
with
one.
Champions League football at Manchester United is dangerous, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let Spurs win it. Big up to Jack. Big up Jack Hilad, who says LFC literally gave the shields to charity, but that is actually true. We gave the shields to charity anyway.
You
it.
have
Big up the
16,
charity
right?
shield.
Whoa,
Uh,
whoa,
I-
whoa,
I think we have
Big up.
whoa!
to
Wow,
21.
wow.
No, 21 is,
16.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Nobody's in the chat.
Big up to
Nobody's-
Fonzie, who says you don't even get prize money for that community shield. Yeah, I don't have to get prize money. You want to know why? Because it goes to charity. It's not a competition, chat. It's just not.
You could
Why
share it. You could share it. They used to share it.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a community shield shared
Yeah.
between Spurs and Arsenal. I'm supposed to believe
Yeah.
it's a trophy.
Yeah.
Please, mate. Trent goal versus West Ham. His celebration, knowing he's leaving, that's where I lost respect, is what Jenny's saying. Hey, he was doing this to the Liverpool fans, bro. He was shushing us at the end of all that. That's the crazy part. Imagine shushing your own fans. Fucking hell, man. Shushing your own fans. That's just yeah. I've got no words on that one right there. Big up to Mike Das, who says, let's wave goodbye to Benedict Arnold. Thank God, is what Mike is saying. Mike, you're a fraud.
That's crazy.
We all know you're a fraud as well. We all know you're a fraud. But he's
Isn't
gone now, so you can stop bitching about him. He can defend. Husam, you should be telling Arsenal fans who celebrate second what I should be telling them. Habibi, I tell them already. Habibi, I don't tell them already. What do you mean? Tell them about finishing second. Bro, like Egal is finished if they finish below second because he cannot use progression debate anymore.
What if they don't even make the Champions League? Well, isn't that going to be a disaster? What if?
Yeah, but then they're gonna. You wanna know the problem? They play Southampton.
Oh yeah.
There's
Yeah.
at least one win guaranteed. Like one win guaranteed, 100%.
Yeah, but Egal was saying Southampton always screw it for them. They always do something to them.
No, not this Southampton, bro. This Southampton is shit, bro. This isn't. They are rubbish, bro.
Yeah,
rubbish.
they are rubbish.
I hear it. To be fair, I hear it. Big up to Lee Robinson, says it's gonna be beautiful when Newcastle get top 5 in Isak's new contract, and it's gonna be beautiful when you finish 6th. You get me? And we get Isak. So where do you go from here? Where do you go from here, mate? You get me? Let's both play this game. Big up to you, Robertson. I appreciate you, my guy. Big up to you, Lee. Double in chat for my guy Tyler for dropping in the 160 piece. Big up to you, my guy Tyler. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You always support me. I appreciate you so much, my brother. Empty super chat, but we still thank you so much. You get me. I appreciate you. Love for the love. Everyone just spam dubs in the chat for brother Tyler Jones. Always showing us love. Big up to you, my guy Tyler Jones. W's for him. And last but not least, big up to my guy Becca Cheladze, our Georgian representative, who says, hello, brother. Thanks for the 3 points, but I want you to think. if in the summer we will take some transfers from you again, especially if we win, we will be in the Champions League. What do you think on that match? Was Liverpool not serious against us? I think we were definitely not serious. Second of all, like I said on the Football Terrace, we're not even linked to any same players, like at all. Like, I don't think we're going to be going for any similar targets or stuff like this. Like, think about this. You need a goalkeeper. We don't. The only one that I can say is probably a shared target is Husam. But the only thing with Husam is I've already said I think he goes to Chelsea. I'm not even fighting it because he starts at Chelsea. So just because, like, obviously you're not going to bench Konate or Van Dijk. Let's all be serious. And Husam wants to start for Spain in the World Cup. So he's going to go to Chelsea. I've already admitted that. And then after that, we're really not linked to anyone else. Like, that are similar. Like, at all.
Because we're not going.
They're not linked to Alvarez at all. They're not linked to Isak at all. Yeah.
No midfielders. No midfielders we're going for.
Nothing.
No midfield. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
we're not linked to Isak.
we're not even really linked to any similar players or anything. So I think we should be good on that end. And no need to keep bringing up bad memories. You fraud.
Who are you going to sign striker-wise?
It depends. Do Newcastle make top 4 or not?
Forget about Isak. Just somebody else.
Yeah, you're not.
Why should I forget about Isak?
Because I don't think Newcastle sell him.
Because let's be realistic here.
Yeah, I am being realistic.
All right.
Yeah, if they don't get top 4, we could sign him. But if not, then we got Alvarez, then you got Osimhen, then you got, unfortunately, fucking Sesko. That would be worst case scenario.
Sesko's good, man.
Sesko's fucking.
He's the worst out of
I would have a literal.
Yeah, out of
Sesko, but apparently they want 80 million now. That's the mad thing.
They want 90 million today, Egal. Today, 90 million, Sesko.
Yeah, if I'm getting anyone from RB Leipzig, I'm going for Xavi Simons.
Yeah, that's the one I would want from Leipzig as well. Definitely.
Jurgen Klopp should be giving you a discount, man. He won't.
That's the guy I'm going to go for the real.
Anyway, guys, listen, we're going to wrap up the stream here. I appreciate you all. Make sure you guys are liking the video on your way out. Make sure you guys are subscribing. All the guys, this channel is in the description. Go give them a subscribe. This stream is going to take you over to Carefree Lewis's stream. He's doing a Crystal Palace versus Forest watch along. Just spam Husam Raid in his chat. You get me? Please like, please subscribe on your way out. We're done for content for the day. Tomorrow, inshallah, Husam Stomach Scottish. I'm going to ruin Callum's life for saying Michael Owen is a legend. Anyway, see you guys later. Peace out.